This is a Discovery 58 and we have just got really serious about sailing boats. This is what you buy when you want to get on board with your other half or with a couple of friends and head off, not just across the bay, not just across the channel, but off around the world. And I'm starting down here so you can see just how big and substantial this is. If I stand by this keel, you can see it is a really serious chunk of boat and it's absolutely beautiful. I think you're going to enjoy this one. I've just had a look around and it is rather spectacular. So we're going to head on board. We're at Berthon at the moment up in Lymington. They've put this for sale and kindly organised this tour for me. And as I say, it is a serious piece of kit. So we'll come up here to the boardwalk and we'll head on board and take a look. You've got the davits on the back here, that's so you can stow a tender. And then we step on just here. Now the seriousness of this starts in things like, you'll notice these really heavy duty backstays. In fact, all the rigging on here is super strong and very, very heavy duty. There's a wire running up this one. And that wire goes up to there, and the top of that, then from there to the top of the mast, is a single sideband radio antenna. That's the kind of thing you have when you're a long way offshore and you want to be able to communicate. Proper serious stuff. We're going to take a tour around the deck first of all, and then we'll head inside. It's all worth seeing. So we'll walk up this way. Now the thing with this boat is it's what's called a deck saloon. What that means is that rather than being really buried down underneath as you are on a lot of yachts, they've created this area here. We'll see this much better inside, of course. And the idea of this is so that when you're in the boat, you're not buried inside it, you've still got a great view out. More of this super substantial rigging. If I put my hand on it, you can see the sheer size of all this. I mean, it's designed so that when you're in the middle of the Atlantic, you don't have to worry about your rigging. And then we'll head on forward again. Pretty much all the lines are led aft. You can see them all across here. It's designed for fairly short-handed sailing. A couple should be able to manage this. So up here, you come up here to set the boat up initially, but after that you shouldn't really need to do very much at all. Everything is controlled from the cockpit. It's in-mast furling, so that comes out of there. Again, it's to make life very easy. And then if we come right up to the front, you'll see it's got two forestays, both with roller furling. So that's for your genoas. And in fact, when we're up here as well, you'll see this is for a self-tacking foresail. Again, it's to make life really easy when you're short-handed. Let's come right to the front. These little seats here are known as dolphin watching seats because these are a great place to sit when you're out in the middle of the ocean and watch the dolphins swing in the bow wave. How wonderful would that be? So as I say, two roller furling genoas up here on the front. The idea of that is that when you're going downwind, you can have one out on either side. In fact, there are poles for them to pole them out. That's what these here are. So those come right out and hold the sails out, and it makes for a very safe and secure way of sailing downwind compared to trying to get a spinnaker up, for example. Again, it's all part of the ethos of the boat, long distance cruising, short-handed. Let's come right back down this side. Having said that, there is plenty of room for guests, and I'll show you that in a moment. This has got the bimini on here at the moment. It's also got a cover over the spray hood, so there is windows in this, but they're all covered up at the moment because the boat is in winterized condition. And then this is where you helmet from. So this great big wheel, you can stand here. Engine controls are here, a multifunction display is here. Little details like this, these are the alarms, the most important things. The exhaust temperature, so if you had a blockage, you would know instantly before you did any damage to your engine. Water and fuel, again, it'll let you know. Bilge alarm, if there's water getting in there, you need to know about that straight away. And also, if the auto fire extinguishing system in the engine room was ever to be set off, it would let you know. So you're not sat here in ignorant bliss, unaware of any of these issues. It'll tell you straight away. Autopilot is controlled from here. And you can see controls for electrically adjusting the mainsail and the vang. That's the thing that holds the boom down, and so on. More switches again back here, and you can see how these lines are all led back up. In fact, if we go up a bit further forward, you'll see it a bit better. Yeah, there they are along there. There's a table underneath here, so that folds up for dining. And then this is the companionway down into that deck saloon. And this is what I mean about this being a deck saloon boat. When you come down here, you don't disappear into the bilges. You come down to this level and you can sit here and you've still got a great view out all the way around. And that was very much the ethos of this boat. The designer of this, it's very much what he felt was what was needed for long distance cruising. So you've got this great saloon area. loads of space around there. This is all storage down this side, so there's a fridge in there, for example. That's for your bottles and drinks, and then drawers for whatever bits and pieces you want to keep in there. Heating systems are controlled from here. There's diesel fired heating and there's air conditioning as well. There's a stereo in behind there, and then back behind is the Nav Station. So you've got a great place where you can sit. You've got a repeater for the multifunction display, and then your radios. I mentioned that single sideband radio. Well, that's a VHF radio there. It's what boats normally have. That's a single sideband radio. That's for seriously long distance communication. And while we're in this area and talking about the mechanical bits, let's head down here, because in here is the engine compartment. That's actually through this door. It's a really decent sized engine for a sailboat. It's a 160 horsepower Yanmar, and so that means that if you haven't got any wind, you can still keep going with plenty of power. The generator is in here as well. That's back there, but you can see there's a tread in here. This is sort of the closest you're ever going to get on a sailing boat of this size to a walk-in engine room, really. Everything very get-outable, as we like to say. Water maker over on this side. And yeah, that's the mechanical bit. It's very easy to get to. Some of the electrical switches are back here. So domestic systems and sailing systems and your voltage and all that kind of thing. That's all there. Gauges as well for your water and your fuel. Over on this side is the washing machine. It's tucked away in behind there. And then storage up above. As I say, there's a lot of stuff inside the boat at the minute because it is winterized, so please excuse that. We'll come back up from here into the deck saloon, and we'll head forward. If you're wondering what this is, it's just a tubular heater. Again, because the boat's winterized, that's just keeping a bit of warmth in here to keep everything nice. Let's head on down forward. I love the woodwork in here. I think it's maple, but it's very light, and it just makes it all feel very contemporary and nice. Up here then, there is a guest cabin. So you've got bunk beds in this one. Again, it's full of the cushions and things that would normally be out in the cockpit. So they're dotted around like that. And there's plenty of storage. And up and behind here, big illuminated hanging locker. So again, if you've got kids or if you've got friends that want to come along for a little while with you, you've got somewhere to put them. But there is another cabin as well for your guests, and that is the VIP cabin up here at the front. So we're right up into the bow now. There is in fact a big locker ahead of that. That's why the V stops about there. It's accessed from the foredeck, but there's a sail locker then right up at the front. So if you want to keep perhaps a cruising chute or something else up there, then you can do, where it can be easily reached. Again, you've got storage dotted around in places like this. And on the other side is a hanging locker. And you can see it's illuminated. If you look at the top there, you'll see the light go out as you close the door, and vented as well, so that the stuff doesn't go mouldy. And both of these then share the day heads. Again, a lot of the ropes and so forth are in the boat at the moment. They're all in there. But that's the shower, obviously, and then the loo is in behind here. So nice size and nicely appointed. But what's great with this layout is that the master cabin is back aft. So as the owner, you get complete privacy by heading back through here. That's down where that engine compartment was, but we're going to this side, and we'll head down first of all to the galley. This is dehumidifier. Again, it's because the boat is winterized, so it's just keeping everything dry, stopping any moisture from taking hold. Really good galley, and the important thing about this is just how safe it is. So if you're out at sea for a long time and you're cooking, you can wedge yourself into here. You've got a bar here. This is gimbaled, so it will swing if the boat heels, and it means that you're really safe and secure when you're preparing food. Now up here is a freezer. That's in there. And then there's another fridge over on this side. Obviously for long distance boating, cold storage is pretty important to supplement the fish that you catch. And if we head on back, this of course is all storage as you'd expect. So cutlery in that case, and it's storage up in behind here. Another nice touch actually, when you're in the galley, you do have a window on the outside world, which is always makes life a little bit better. And in fact on this side you can see up into the cockpit as well. Let's head on back a bit further. Microwave is here. Again, loads more storage about the place. Like so. And then the owner's cabin is right here at the back. Again, very nicely done. You've got big deck hatches, they're flush hatches from the outside, so you can slide those back and open those for ventilation or to see the rig, or whatever else you want to do, or indeed another way out of this area. And then big hull windows as well, there and there, so with those blinds up, you've got a great view from the bed. There is, as you'd expect, a ton of storage dotted around the place, so big hanging locker there. Close that door a moment. And then around here, these are all big deep drawers. Locker down by the bed. And this is quite interesting. You'll see there's a little seat here. That's because in here is the vanity unit. That's very nice. And then more storage up above. I guess if you wanted to, you could take that shelf out and put a TV in there. And this, as you'd expect, has its own ensuite. So that's in through here. Got a heated towel rail in here. You've got a separate shower stall. You can see the shower and then the sink and so forth. And storage is in behind places like this. This woodwork is really lovely. Very nice indeed. Let's come back out of here. Great headroom in here as well, right throughout the boat. So I'm 6'2", and as you can see, I've got plenty of space up above me. Let's close that one over. And just for completion, we'll have a very quick look in a couple of these. So another hanging locker there, illuminated. And then this is very similar to what we looked at on the other side. Reading lamps about the place. All very nice indeed. I do like this. So let's come out of here. This is the way back out. Back through the galley. Good spot for a bit of a midnight snack, of course. And back up to the deck saloon. I think we'll finish up here. I'm going to have a seat on here. Hope you've enjoyed that one, something a bit different, a serious long-distance offshore yacht. Huge thanks to Berthon for organising that one, and huge thanks as ever to you guys for watching. Let me know what you think of this one. As I say, we've not done a proper blue water yacht before, so I'll be interested in your thoughts, and I'll catch you on another one very soon. Take care. Bye-bye.